Thank you again for reaching out to find these videos. These videos were created to support the book, Caregiving 101, A Practical Guide to Caring for a Loved One. In this book, you'll find links to more videos, websites, information pages, and much, much more to help you and your loved one on this caregiving journey. It's a pretty big, thick book. Don't let that worry you too much. It's all written in small essay format, so you can find what you want when you want it without needing to page through an entire book. Let's take a look inside. The preface covers how to know when your loved one might need caregiving, what signs to look for, how to look for them, how to approach the subject, because not everyone wants to admit they need help, how to help them deal with their losses as they approach this time, how to deal with their own losses, and how to find new ways to do the things they love so they can continue to laugh and love and learn in this profound time of life. Part 3. Part 3 is the biggest, thickest part of this book. Here's where we give you the nuts and bolts of caregiving. We cover the basics of living: eating, sleeping, toileting, hygiene, getting around, exercise, more. In these chapters, we do talk about the basics, but we also give specifics for different problems and different diagnoses. I mean, cancer is going to be different from stroke, it's going to be different from Alzheimer's, it's going to be different from MS. It's going to be different from everything you might face. The challenges will be different. The solutions must also be different. The advice in this book is from the leaders in their fields. We are sharing not just our caregiving experience, but thousands of experiences and years of education and caregiving expertise. We discuss medications and pain management. Now, pain management is not just about medications. Have you ever noticed that folks often have less pain during a visit with someone they care about, or if they're doing something that they feel is important? Pain is such a very complex experience, more akin to an emotion than just an injury response. In this book, we give you cutting-edge ways to manage pain beyond drugs. Pain isn't the only symptom that we address here. Fatigue, muscle spasms, dizziness, bowel and bladder problems, swelling, edema, wounds and wound care, infections, immunocompromised problems, protecting people against infection, anxiety and delirium. It's all covered here so you may catch it early, deal with it early, and steer clear of the many problems that folks will face. There's an entire chapter here, and actually many other parts of this book devoted to dementias. Now, for many of us, that's the principal reason why people begin to need help. It's probably the world's most difficult set of diseases, and caring for it can be desperately challenging. We were lucky with Dr. Rob Winningham that he helped with a lot of these sections. He is one of the world's leading experts on brain diseases and in managing and treating the dementias. In this section, he also covers doctors and hospitals and short and long-term care facilities. What type of facilities and services are out there? Which ones might be right for you? How to find the good ones? I mean, what the heck is the TCU versus rehab? Hospice versus palliative care? How do you find good care? How do you find good providers? What do all these letters behind these people's names really mean anyhow? How do you manage it all? If they're going to be moving in, how do they move in? How do you care for them while they're there? How do they move out? How might you know if the care you're getting is really good and what to do about it when it's not? How and when you should fire your doctor. Finally, end-of-life care. The kinds of things one needs to know in the last chapter of life. So that's part 3. Let's look at part 2, legal and financial issues. Well, by now you've probably had fun dealing with Medicare, Medicaid, or private insurance. You may have had some work to do managing the bills. Probably have had things to do like powers of attorney and advanced directives, setting up bank accounts, taking care of all those important papers. All of that is addressed here. Now, section 1, probably the most important part of this book, and probably the part that most caregivers overlook. How, as a caregiver, you can care for yourself. How can you keep yourself healthy and happy and continue to give good care? Often people feel that they have no right to spend time on themselves when their loved one is struggling so. The statistics are terrible about people, about the number of caregivers whose health failed before the one they're caring for. This book will teach you how to build a team, how to manage that team, how to get outside help, how to get the rest you need, how to stay healthy when the house is full of comfort food and you have no time to get out, and you have no time to get good sleep, how to keep your brain and body healthy when the world seems, well, a little out of control. I hope that you, if nothing else, take a look at this section in this book. I know that you're looking for good information. You're looking to give good care. That's why you're here on this YouTube channel. Please take the time to read this section of this book. You can find this book on Amazon in paperback or electronic format, and it can be ordered at most major bookstores. Caregiving 101, Practical Guide to Caring for a Loved One. Thank you again for all the love that you give and all the work that you do. I hope that you and your loved one, as you walk this road together, you may find all the moments of wonderful in this most profound time of life. If you have the book and you like it, please help others find it by giving it a review on Amazon. Thank you very much.